In this video, we're going to see how you can use Microsoft To Do and create task lists within groups. But first, we need to sign into our personal, work or school Microsoft account. Adding groups is a useful way to organize your task lists. For example, you could separate personal tasks from work tasks. Click on the Create a New Group icon and then give the group a title. You could add an emoji too by pressing the Windows and period keys. Now type in or select the emoji you wish to add. Once done, click away from the name to save it. Now that we have a group, we can add task lists to it. First, we need to create our first task list. Click on the New List and then give it a title. Again, you may wish to add an emoji to help you identify the list. Since this list I've created is a work list, I will now click and drag it into the work group I created. If you now click on the work group, it will expand and reveal the list. To create a task in this list, click on the Add a Task and type your first task. Include any emojis if you wish. You can add a due date to the task by clicking on the calendar icon. You are able to choose from the three options displayed. Clicking on Pick a Date will display a calendar, which will enable you to select a specific date. You can also set a reminder by clicking on the alarm bell icon. This may be useful if you want to start working on a task at a specific time before the due date. Lastly, you can mark this task as a reoccurrence if it has to occur regularly. Click on the last icon will display the options available, or you can customize by selecting a specific number of days, weeks, months or years. Once you have finished adding the details, press enter and the task will be added to your list. You can now add more tasks to the list by clicking on the Add a Task field again. Once you have completed the task, you can move the mouse to the bullet point icon and left click to mark the task as complete. The task has now been moved to the completed section of the list, so you can always refer back to it. If you realise you haven't quite finished it, click on the tick and the task will be marked as incomplete again. To delete a task, right click on it and then select Delete Task. You will then be asked to confirm the deletion by clicking on Delete. This has now permanently removed the task. You are able to add more steps to a task in Microsoft To Do by clicking on the task. This has now displayed the task panel and you can select Add Step. Now write your step and then click away from the panel to save it. You will notice from the panel you can also add files or you can add a note if needed. You can even assign this task to someone by clicking on the Assign To and then creating an invitation link. This will then allow anyone with the link and a Microsoft account to access the list of tasks and to edit them. Once individuals join the list, they will be displayed here and in the task panel. You are able to add importance to specific tasks by clicking on the star next to them. You could now sort all the tasks in this list by importance by clicking on the More Options icon and then going to the Sort By. This has automatically added the tasks to the important list on the left main menu. You'll also notice that because we set one task with a specific due date, it has been added to the planned list too. The My Day list on the main menu allows you to see all the tasks you need to complete today. You can customize it by looking at the suggestions of tasks and then clicking on the plus icon to add them to the My Day list. Alternatively, you could go into a list and then right click. Now you can select Add to My Day. If you have more than one list, you can move a task from one list to another. To do this, right click on the task you want to move and then go to Move Task To display all the lists to move it into. If you want to practice some of these features, Microsoft To Do has a Getting Started list which will help you get to grips with the basic features. The Watch Next video will show you some more helpful features and tools within Microsoft To Do to help you improve your productivity in and out of the classroom.